Good morning. Do you need to go out? Alright, here's the lowdown for today. I'm working on an anthology, and I'm running a bit behind. And so today I have the last 3 stories that need edited. I have a whole bunch of pieces of paper scattered all across my desk here, which are notes that I've taken on each story. All of that needs put into Microsoft Word. I've been having help with that, but today is the last push. I really need to get this out there to these great writers and have them finish or start working on their stories. My kids are home sick today, which means they have this horrible cough that sounds like the cough you hear in every sort of Hollywood TV series cough that's like the Dickensian orphan out in the cold before something horrible happens, and it just breaks your heart as a parent. Yes, they've been to see the doctor and everything is cool, but it just has been days and days and days of people at home looking like just the saddest. It's interesting being on the other side of editing. I usually am, the writer, and so I have some thoughts about edits, and I have some thoughts about how stories should be structured. And I've done a lot of workshops and critiques, but for some of these writers, this is one of their first heavy edits, and so I'm really hoping I don't make it harder for them to take their stories up to the next level. And one of the things about editing is once you fall in love with a story, you're basically saying, here's how we make it better. And I mean, ultimately, a lot of them can ignore my suggestions, but it's just really fascinating for me being on the other side. I say a lot. One of the weird things about doing this has been just trying to beat that out of my vocabulary. And I think this will be really good for teaching me how to be a better public speaker. The thing I find hardest about being a parent is trying to figure out how much food to feed the kids, because they're constantly going through growth spurts. Sometimes they don't need a lot, sometimes they eat a lot.
What?
What?
What about eating a lot?
Sometimes you eat a lot.
No,
sometimes you don't.
Nuh-uh.
And I can never tell how much I'm supposed to feed you. So I think one of the hardest things about being a freelancer is the fact that the fridge is just, 20 feet away from the office. So I've had to pause work on the editing to get back onto some of the freelancing. It is afternoon. I got 1 of the 3 stories edited. I was hoping to get 2 of the 3 stories edited because I really need to wrap this up today. I am heading out to grab some takeout real quick, and this allows me to do something that I really enjoy. That's called the drive and talk. The first time I tried to set up one of these things, tried to create a video blog, a vlog, I did the drive and talk quite a bit to them. And it's kind of a fun way to use up your driving time. Unfortunately, I never really put a lot of that material out there. I just did a few things. I would spend 3 or 4 days collecting footage, usually from a science fiction convention, and then put together one of those things, one of those vlogs. Birthday cake. We save a lot of money by having this old minivan, and I don't own a car because I can walk just about everywhere in the small town we live in. But the key is starting to get a little sticky. All right, I've got cake, check. Candles, check. Chinese takeout, check. Fast food for the kids at their request, check. I think we're in for a lazy and relaxed Friday evening. It is just past 7 o'clock, and I still have 2 stories to edit. I'm just going to put some final touches on one and call it quits. If there's one thing I've learned about art is that it always takes 3 or 4 times as long as I think it will. I'm so close to being done on this, but I'm not going to rush it. In the past, I would have just pulled an all-nighter, but I'm going to just finish up the work I have in front of me and wrap it up and get up bright and early tomorrow morning and keep at it. And in the past, I would have burned myself out, and right now I just can't afford to do that. So it is just almost there. The key is starting to get a little sticky, which means that it takes about like 3 minutes for me to just kind of guide that guy in there just the right way, jiggle it until I can start the dang car. I said dang. I think I really meant to say damn.